As you may have seen, Riot released a really big dev video and a bunch of articles for the new season. Well, amongst all the other big changes, there was a really big change to free chests that was sort of hidden at the bottom of one of these long articles. There's also a brand new chest type coming to the game. Now, depending on what type of player you are or which modes you play, then these changes are either really good for you or extremely bad. As you know, the main way to get free chests from playing League is earning an S-score from yourself or a pre-made member, and you can only get one chest per champion per split, and you can only get a maximum of 52 chests a year, so one per week on average. Recently, when Riot decided to break up the year into splits, this also meant that the S-score chest for each champion would reset each split, meaning that every champion you owned was eligible for a chest again. It didn't matter that you had just earned one for a particular champion in the previous split during that same year, you would get to start again. While in the dev video, Riot mentioned that the mastery system is changing and there will now be uncapped mastery levels and your existing mastery points will carry over to this new system. On top of this, Riot published an in-depth article explaining this even further. The Mastery S-grade tokens will be replaced by what they call Marks of Mastery. You can unlock these marks from a new reward track for each champion and use those marks to upgrade your mastery level. They've shown a visual of the new mastery crest. Levels 1 to 10 are very unique, and then each level past 10 will look the same, except for the shown level number, which will change for each level. They mentioned that the current S-grade chest system will be reworked into this new system. Here's how it works. Each split, every champion will have a 4 milestone reward track. To complete each milestone, you'll need to play and earn increasingly impressive mastery grades. Each milestone requires 1 or more high grades to complete. Completing a milestone gives you marks of mastery and other rewards. After completing your 4 milestones, there's a more difficult repeating bonus milestone for our one tricks and overachievers. Completing the final milestone, number 4, will unlock the champion's title, such as Aatrox's title, the Darkened Blade, for use as your own title for the remainder of the split, and they've included a table showing the exact grades needed and rewards. I've added the minimum amount of games required for grades needed, and on the right I've added the total minimum games needed to unlock each milestone's rewards. So each split you get a maximum of 6 free chests from the first milestone, so that's a minimum of 30 games required across 6 unique champions. The grades required for this first milestone are very low too, with 1 B grade and 4 D- and upgrades required. For all these milestones you don't need to worry about the D- and up, since D- is the lowest possible rank. Just think of it as 4 games required, which is simple enough. So to get these 6 milestone 1 chests, you need a B grade from 6 unique champs and then 4 additional games on each of those champs. Now this particular change is good. It means you can quickly farm 6 free chests at the start of each split. So 3 splits a year, then that's 18 really easy chests to get each year. This might be enough for you, especially if you don't play that much or struggle with getting high scores, or if you're a super casual player, then this is good. Each milestone gives marks of mastery, but I'll focus on milestone 3, which says under rewards hextech chest unlimited. This sounds really good. An unlimited amount of hextech chests is a great idea and lets people grind as much as they want. Technically I don't think it's unlimited, since I believe it's capped at the number of champions in the game, which is 166. So that would equal roughly 172 free chests per split, which caps at about 500 chests in a year. So this is also a great idea. It gives hardcore gamers or grinders the option to farm what is essentially a very large amount of free chests. However, the downsides to this is reaching milestone 3 on a champion to get their chest is a lot harder or grindier than getting a single S-score from yourself or pre-made under the old system. I'm going to assume they've removed the S from pre-made option because it wouldn't make sense under this system. This new system requires you to play 15 games minimum, which includes an S-score in one of those last 5 games to get that champion's hextech chest. This change is horrible for ARAM players. ARAM players are hardly ever going to play 15 games on one champion in a split, while also making sure they get an A and S score along the way. Even if you play a champ in ARAM and get an S score on one of the first 10 or less games with that champ in a new split, then that S score means nothing, because you won't even be at milestone 3 yet. This seems near impossible for ARAM players to get any decent amount of chests compared to other modes, which leads me to another point. I could see people griefing or farming the D- grade requirements in other modes to progress through the milestones quicker to where their A or S scores actually start to matter. I'm hoping this is just an oversight and Riot adjust it before it goes live, but the article is published. However, there is no clear launch date for these changes. It would also be great if you could track or see your progress in Champ Select too. Another issue could be the lack of keys, especially for people who really want to grind hundreds of chests each year. They shouldn't have to waste event tokens or RP on keys to keep up with this new uncapped chest system, but there isn't more info about that at this stage. And something else that seems odd is milestone 4 rewards unlocks the champion title until the next split, which means even if you main a champ and have their title now, under this new system you would have to play at least 20 games each split to unlock their title temporarily. This seems like a bizarre change which would probably annoy a few people. The next part of the article has a really good idea to help with some of the downsides to this new system. On top of the individual champion reward tracks, each player will be given a mastery set at the start of each split. This mastery set will have a list of champions that are a combination of your favorite champs, champs they think you might like, and a few other ones. When you complete milestones on any of these champions in the set's rewards tracks, it will contribute progress towards rewards from that set. And if you do enough milestones across these champions, you'll earn extra rewards, including a new supercharged mastery chest. So here it sounds like there's going to be a brand new type of chest, which is probably going to be better than a hextech chest. It might include a bunch of random stuff, so it could be a skin shard, maybe some champions and orange essence for example. This mastery set might help with the ARAM issue a little bit and serves as bonus rewards to go with the individual milestone ones. Now apart from this article, there were some comments from Riot on both Reddit and Twitter, so it looks like they're looking for some feedback before it goes live. I'll link it in the description. Even if you don't like some of these changes, try to be respectful and they're more likely to listen when you are. I had a look at some of the comments and most of them are reassuring people that they won't lose their current mastery points or start from scratch under this new system. It seems most people aren't aware of the chest changes yet, so there hasn't been much feedback about it. I'm surprised people haven't picked up on the fact that they're completely removing the escort chest system that's there now and replacing it with this new one. The biggest nerf is them possibly removing the chest from pre-made escorts. Riot mentioned they don't have plans to refund blue essence from mastery upgrades. I didn't think they would do this, so this response makes sense. The most controversial change at the moment seems to be the one for champion titles no longer being permanent. Over on Reddit, people are also annoyed at the title changes, and there was one comment from Riot saying they want the new system to be grindy or engaging. The new system does suck for people who don't play much, played only ARAM, or relied on their pre-mades to get easy chests for them. What do you think about this new chest system? I'm imagining a storm of backlash when people finally realize, but maybe most people don't actually care and it isn't an issue. I think the biggest outrage will come from the ARAM community. I like the idea of uncapped chests, and this new supercharged mastery chest sounds interesting. Let me know below what you make of all this. Thanks for watching, see you next time.